What's up, Tricology family, and welcome back to another episode of the Tricology News Talk. Today, we got a lot of announcements and news updates for you guys today. So, let's get into it with our first topic for today. So, a couple of days ago, Netflix is doing the same strategy like they did last year. So, they announced their review of their 2022 movie slate, and it's a jam-packed, and it's going to open up with a new movie every new week. So the same thing like they did in 2021. So I'm going to read from what OK Player has announced. So Netflix unrevealed their upcoming original films with Jennifer Lopez, Jamie Foxx, Jason Momoa, and more in starting roles. We are just 1 month into 2022, but Netflix couldn't wait any longer. The streaming platform has dropped a surprise preview of what films are to come in the last 11 months. From comedy Day Shift starring Jamie Foxx to Halloween film Boo starring Marlon Wayans. Foxx will also star in a fellow comedy film They Close Tyrone with John Boy and Tyler Paris. Jennifer Lopez will be in a documentary centered her life in 2019 when she turned 50, and when she starred in heist film Hustlers and was preparing to co-headline the Super Bowl with Shakira. Following her 2021 director debut Bruise, Halle Berry will return to the platforms in a sci-fi adventure film The Mothership, director Matt Capchair. From director Head Swings comes a motion comedy Will and Win, starring Keegan-Michael Key and Jordan Peele, who also co-write the film. Win and Wild will be their most recent collaboration between the duo since their Comedy Central series Keen People that ended in 2015, and their recent film Keenan as well. I think their biggest film was the sequel to the 2019 mystery film Knives Out, which stars with Daniel Craig, who is also returning for the sequel, and a brand new cast that's going to be joining along with them. That includes appearances from Julianne Moore and Leslie Odom Jr. Like Fox, Jason Momoa will also be in 2 new Netflix films: The Sea Beast, about a dangerous sea monster, and a fantasy comedy adventure Slotland. While some of these films are have unreported release dates below, are some of the Netflix films to look forward to. So if you guys want to check out which Netflix films are going to be coming out in 2022, I will be leaving a link down below, so you guys can check it out. What films are coming in 2022, so you guys gotta have the idea what films are coming. Even though they posted a trailer to show what movies are out there, but you guys can have a better view like who's starring in that film, and you gotta get the understanding. So I will leave the link down below in the comments below, so you guys can go to check that out. Okay, moving on to our next topic is that we got an announcement of the 2023 HNL All-Star Weekend, and guess where it's coming, folks? Oh yeah, it's coming back to South Florida. That's right. So this is from the Florida Panthers on the news article. Is that the Florida Panthers South Florida is to host the 2023 Honda HNL All-Star Weekend, and the All-Star Weekend returns to South Florida for the second time in the franchise history. So this will be something to look forward to. As of this year, this year in 2021 is in Vegas, and then next year is coming back to South Florida. So you can't wait for that for next year. But right now, the All-Star is in Vegas. I hope you guys are enjoying that. So moving on to our next topic is that Grand Theft Auto 6 has been finally confirmed by Rockstar Games. And let me just tell you, it's about time. Now, if you would have asked them when the release date is going to be, I would have to say by 2024 or 2025. Until we get some further details of what's be coming up, hopefully, I hope this time it's centered in Vice City, aka Miami. I'm hoping for my predictions. So we'll just have to wait and see what's the upcoming details for the new Grand Theft Auto game, and what's going to happen. And speaking of games, Rocksteady and DC Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League has been reported been delayed to 2023 through the other Warner Brothers games, including Hogwarts Legacy and Lego Star Wars, are still set for 2022. I'm like, oh man, the Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League was my top anticipated game for this year, and now we gotta wait to 2023, man. So I hope they don't delay the Gotham Knight game, because that was also my anticipated game too. I hope that don't get delayed as well. It's still set for 2022. Just don't have an official release date yet. So I hope that don't get delayed as well. But anyway, well, while we're still focused on games, Sony. Well, if you guys didn't heard the news before that Microsoft bought Activision, now Sony buys Bingo. So this is from the Hollywood Reporter. So there's a sign that Destiny, who's a part of Bing, now with Destiny and Bing going with Sony, now there's a rumor going around that Destiny might be that long list of maybe getting either a movie or TV series from PlayStation Productions. And this is what Hollywood Reporter has reported. With a library of more than 100 original properties, range from the adventure to sci-fi to action to mysterious to horror, PlayStation Productions has a wide breadth of content ready for the adaptation. Instead of licensing our IP out to studios, we felt that the better approach was for us to develop and produce ourselves, says Elizabeth Bash. Sorry if I pronounced that name. One, because we are more familiar, but also because we know that the PlayStation community loves. So, as you guys already know, that by next week, not this weekend, but the next weekend, we are getting Uncharted, the Uncharted movie based on the video game. So that will be PlayStation Productions' first experiment when it comes to making a movie or TV series from their games library. So the Uncharted will be their first experience, and if it does well, then this will be a good success for PlayStation Productions and going moving forward. So we'll just have to wait and see what's the upcoming towards not only Uncharted but also future movies and TVs from PlayStation Productions. Now, moving on to our next topic. So, we finally got a new Disney song that has hit the Billboard's #1 chart since Let It Go. I was like, it's about time. And if you guys have never seen Encanto yet, there is one song called "We Don't Talk About Bruno," and it's been you got to check out that song and that movie. So this is what Variety has reported. "We Don't Talk About Bruno," the surprise hit off the Enchanted soundtrack, has gone where even Let It Go couldn't. It became the first song from a Disney movie to reach #1 on the Billboard's Hot 100 chart since A Whole New World from Aladdin did in 1993. It joins the Encanto album itself as the chart topper, as the animated film soundtrack remains on top of the Billboard's 200 chart for the third time in the last 4 weeks. Some other states' Billboards point out Bruno, solely penned by Lin-Manuel Miranda, becomes the first Hot 100 chart topper to have been written by a solo writer in more than 4 years. So I highly suggest that check out that song. It's a banger, and you will have a good time to sing along with that song. So if you guys to go and check that out. So, and that's it for our announcement and news updates. Now let's get into some movie review. First off, we're going to talk about Moonfall. So that was directed by Ron. Sorry if I pronounced the name again. Oh my god! But you guys knew who he is. He directed Independence Day, freaking The Day After Tomorrow, that god awful Godzilla movie. Jesus Christ! but he is the king of disaster movies. So So Moonfall, it stars Halle Berry, Patrick Wilson, John Brady, Michael Pena, Charlie Plummer, Kelly Yu, and Dollar Stranger. So this was Moonfall's most expensive independent film to produce all time from Lionsgate. So this was a pretty good disaster movie for what it was. Now if it's a good movie in general, 50% it is. But it's a disaster movie, so you're gonna be expected to see a lot of destruction, a lot of chaos on there. If you guys like those type of movies, I like those type of movies as well. So there's nothing to be ashamed out there. Not all disaster movies gonna be good, from critics. You know what I'm saying? So this was a pretty good, pretty good decent movie to watch if you guys are into those type of films. So. It wasn't bad for what it was, but it was still good for what it is. I would say I would give this a B rating, cheesy type of movie, but it's still good for what it was, being that this is a disaster movie. So I would still highly you guys recommend to check out that movie as well. So our next movie review is on Jackass Forever. Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness. So this is the fourth installment of the franchise. Going back to their last movie, Jackass 3D, that came out in 2010. And I heard there's a fifth one coming up. I don't know why. But hey, if it's funny, it's funny. So let me tell y'all something. There was a couple of scenes, okay, that gonna make you want to turn your heads. Like for any male private parts that you might see. A lot of the people, when I went to see this movie, there's a lot of people, especially the men, especially the guys. When you see like the male part, private parts that came in one of the stunts. A lot of them turned their freaking heads. Oh my goodness. Like, it was crazy. It was disgusting. It was funny, hilarious, and disastrous. Oh my god. There's a lot of names you can put into it. But it was definitely funny for what it was, and that's why they said, do not try these things at home. Okay? So, I definitely give this movie a B+, because it was funny. If you guys to check it out for what it is. Alright, so, and, yeah, that's our episode for today. So, if you guys are watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell when new episodes are uploaded. And if you're listening on Anchor, Spotify, or Google Podcasts, don't forget to go into the description below, click on the YouTube link below, and post your comments on the YouTube link as well. So without further than that, this is Trico, and I'm signing off, y'all. Peace.